right, hello everybody, it's Coach Arroyo, and I'm excited about today because we are talking about a sport that I really have enjoyed playing in my life, basketball, and it's just an all-around great sport. It's great for development of skills. It has a lot of carryover between different sports, and whether you actually play on a team or just shoot around or just have some fun, it's just a nice activity. So today we're going to be covering some basketball dribbling and ball handling stuff. Now we have a large range of students, so we have some people who this is going to be all new to and they've never tried these things. And then we might have some other people who have played basketball a ton and played on teams. And for them, they've practiced a lot of this stuff, so it's going to be a little bit easier, obviously, if you played it a bunch. But it can be beneficial to everybody, and you can always make things harder using your weaker hand or trying different variations. So there's something for everybody, hopefully, today. So a couple basics about dribbling that I want to talk about. First of all is the parts of your hand that you use. Now, when you're playing basketball, the first thing is you don't dribble with two hands like this. Now you can learn to dribble like that, but when you play basketball, you're only allowed to dribble with one hand. Okay, you can't dribble with two hands together. Now once again, you could use two hands if you wanted to learn, but you can't do that in an official game. It's against the rules. Now, when you dribble, you want to use the pads of your fingers, your finger pads. You don't want to use your palm, okay? So you want to dribble with your fingers and really push the ball and really have it come up, back up to you, okay? You don't want to slap at it with your palms like this. And that's not really what you want to do. You want to use your fingers and you just want to push it and have it come up, okay? So we use our fingers, we don't use our palms, we don't slap at it. Another thing about dribbling that's important is a nice wide bent stance, okay? You don't want to bend over, but you don't want to be up like this. You want to be legs bent, and you want to dribble at waist height or below. So you want to dribble down here, okay? Don't want to dribble way up like this. Sometimes we see people learning and they're dribbling really high like that. You don't want to dribble up high like that because first of all, it's harder to control the ball. And secondly, it's easy for the other team to get it from you because don't forget when you play basketball against other people, they're trying to get the ball from you. And if you're way up high like that, it's really easy to get the ball from you. So keep it nice and low, nice and low. Another thing that's really important in basketball, same as soccer, same as other sports, is you want to work on having your head up. Because when your head's up, you can see everything. You can see the court, you can see the basket, you can see your teammates, you can see the other team. But if you have your head down, you can't see anything. So when you're first starting out dribbling, you might have your head down and you're really focused on the ball like that. But then as you get better, you want to have your head up and you want to really be able to see everything, okay? So you want to try to dribble with your head up, but that takes practice. So I know it's going to be hard at first. You might, when you're first learning, have your head down. But then as you get better, just like in soccer or other sports, you can then have your head up. So keep your head up. So those are four really important things to remember when you're dribbling, okay? Now the next thing is I'm going to do some various skills. Some of them are going to be easier and harder than others. And your goal is to practice all these skills a minimum of, let's say, probably 50 times or like 2-minute segments. But the more practice you put in, the better you're going to get. And it's really important. So that's something to know. Okay, the first ball handling skill is going around the waist. And it looks like this. So you're going to go around your waist like this. Okay? And then you go opposite direction. Now, that's going to be really hard for some people, especially when you're younger students. So if you want, you can just roll it around your body like this and just roll it around. But if you can, try not to roll it around like that. Okay, that's called around the waist. So do that for at least 2 minutes, or you can also count and do it for at least 50 times or so. Now, another ball handling skill is called around the ankles. So you go like this, you're going to go around your ankles. And once again, if you're having a hard time with that, which I know a lot of you are as you learn, you can just roll it around. Roll it around like this, okay? And that's a really great skill to learn too. Now another one is called figure 8, passing the ball through your legs. So you get your feet wide like this, and you're gonna pass it around like this, figure 8. And once again, if you're having a hard time with that, like I know a lot of people are when they're first learning it, you can just roll it along the ground and do figure 8s like that. That's also, when you really use your fingertips, that's also a really good skill to learn too. Okay, the next is we're just going to practice some stationary dribbling. Okay, once again, nice wide stance, and you're going to dribble with your right hand. Okay. You can try to dribble really low. Okay, really pound that ball. And you're going to do that for a couple minutes. And then you're going to go ahead and you're going to practice your other hand, because you really want, in all sports, you want to develop both sides equally, okay? Once again, head up, really pound that ball. And that's a really good one to practice. Now, once you've kind of worked on that, we're going to talk about what's called the crossover. The crossover is a move, dribbling, that you're going to do a lot to keep the ball away from the defender. And a crossover goes like this. You're going to dribble a couple times, then you're going to cross it over. So the ball does the letter V, okay? You're not just here like this. You're really going to cross it over. 1, 2, cross. 1, 2, cross. 1, 2, cross. 2, cross. 1, 2, cross. 1, cross. 1, cross. Cross, 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 cross. 1, 2, cross. 1, 2, cross. And that's a really great thing to learn and practice. That's really important. Now, I play a lot of basketball, and I really don't go through my legs that much. When I play, I just haven't practiced it that much. So I'm not very good at it, but I'm always trying to get better at stuff. So it's not something that I practice a whole lot, but it's something that a lot of people do, and it's really effective. So you get in a split stance like this, okay? And to practice, you can just go 1, 2, through. 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 Okay, and that's a good way to practice between the legs. But once you get really good, right? Put your legs nice and wide. Go. Okay, and you can see how many times you could do it before making a mistake. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I got 8 on that one. Once again, I don't practice it that much. Not something I use too much, but maybe it's something that I'm going to work on and get better at, right? Another fun dribbling challenge is around 1 foot. So get your legs nice and wide like this, and you're going to dribble. You're going to try to keep it going around your foot. I'm having to look down a lot I get better, I could do it more with my head up. There we go. I got my head up now a little bit better. And that's called around the leg, right? Around the leg. And those are some really fun dribbling things you can do. Now the next thing I'm going to do is show you a couple things to do, a couple basic things to do dribbling while you're moving. And we're going to do a cone weave, and then we're going to do a backward shuffle. Now another thing to remember too when you're dribbling is when you're dribbling the basketball, a lot of times you'll see the opposite arm go out and kind of shield the defender away. That looks like this, right? Or if I was dribbling with my left hand, I could shield with this arm here. You can't push them away, but you can shield like that, right? And that way it helps keep them away from the ball. Okay, next thing I'm gonna show you is kind of your basic cone weave, something you would do in various sports, soccer, lacrosse possibly, hockey. A lot of sports utilize the weave just to help you. Now when I'm going around, you'll notice that I'm gonna have the ball in one hand, and then I'm gonna switch it over and use my other hand. So when I'm going around this right side, you'll see right hand, and then left hand. Right hand, left hand. Right hand, left hand. So that's when I cross it over, you'll see me switch from my right to my left. Here's how it looks. So we go right hand, left, right, left. And that's the cone weave. And that's a really great drill to work on your ball handling and to work on changing directions. Now another one that we work on is dribbling backwards, shuffling. Sometimes what's going to happen in basketball is you want to be called facing up, which is you're dribbling and the defender's right in front of you, and you want to get by them that way, possibly dribble by them or pass or what have you. But other times, just like in soccer and other sports, you want to shield. Shielding means you get your body between the ball and the defender. And when you're shielding, you got to keep the defender behind you, okay? So if this cone was a defender, okay, here, I would dribble, and this is the person that wants it here. That way, they can't get the ball because I'm between them. So a simple drill is you're going to go backwards, and then you're going to switch hands. You go dribble, shuffle, 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 like that. Okay, and that really helps you practice your shielding once again. Notice how you're kind of also looking backwards to see where you're going. And that's the backward shuffle. So have fun with all these basketball drills. This is just a few of them. There's hundreds and hundreds of different drills you can do. And it's all about practice and just putting in the time and wanting to get better and trying your best. Okay, everybody, work on this for at least another half an hour, and you can do it as much as you want and have fun with it. Okay, bye.